Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome back to Trackday Manager, and we're doing another race at the Deutscher Ring here, and we're actually starting in first, so that's good. See if we can get a good start and pull away from these guys. We are running the hard tires, so we're gonna go till lap 5 here. So we'll do my overload here from the start, since we don't have to worry about these guys' engine heat causing us to overheat, as long as we can stay in the front though. So far so good. I'm sure there are some cars that are on soft tires, so we'll have to watch out for them. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, the first corner is the most important corner of the entire race, so making it through there in first place, holding on to it, most valuable thing I could have done. So yeah, this guy looks like he's fast, but hey, we started first, so we're pretty fast too. Coming back onto the front straightaway for the first lap. We'll get KERS activated as we cross the start-finish line. First lap was 108, so this guy, I think what that data on the top right is telling us is that he was in the 107s, so he's a little bit quicker than us. But we'll try to fight him. There's a little bit of KERS up. This race is a cool race, so that could play into the hands of the soft tire cars. But I just figured I'd take the hard tires, and actually probably want to make sure we're actually running the hard tires for the next pit stop. I'll do that when we get onto a straightaway here. Not pitting for a couple laps, so no emergencies there. At least I'm able to keep a gap on this guy, and he's not, I mean he is right now, but not right on my rear the entire time here. So let me use up my KERS and we'll check on our tire strategy. Yes, we are on the hard tire strategy. I'm gonna block this guy if I can. Figured he was gonna go for a passing move, but he did not. Go back to overloading on him, see if I can. I think he's setting up for a passing attempt. No. He's right on our rear now. What was he on? He was on hard tires as well. Used a little bit of KERS there. I used a little bit more than I would have liked, and it looks like, okay, I actually did a little bit of chop block on him on that passing attempt that he did, but it slowed him down. I'm not sure if the engine temp is affected by the ambient temperatures. I would assume it is, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't really noticed the benefit there. He overshot that corner back there, so I think, I don't know, we're about the same place in terms of our tires. We're gonna go one more lap. We might get leapfrogged by some cars that are running till lap 6, but I think we'll be okay, and should, once they pit, get back into the lead. One thing I would say in this game, it would be nice if they had a better camera. I'm actually, when we're doing this, I'm controlling the camera here and making sure that I can kind of see the angles on these corners. It would be nice if this kind of did this automatically. If I just left it static, it would just be following like this. So yeah, we're going to pit on this next lap. I think we have a few cars in the pits. Yes, we do, down here. So I think, yeah, we can do, I already had it set from my last race, but since we're pitting on lap 5, I think we can do a slightly short fill I'll put 90% in. I think that's plenty of fuel, although we are running like the overload 100% of the time here, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, he might... Okay, we got him right at the end. He another chop block on him, I would say. Okay, he's going to go one more lap. We'll see. That might not work out for him, though, because if his tires are getting a little bit old like ours are, then he could have issues with that. So here we go. Most important pit stop of our career. Try to stay in the lead here. And we'll fill it to about 90% and hit launch. A little bit more than that. That's okay, because we obviously are using a little bit too much in our overloads. As soon as I get out here, coming out of the pits, I'm going to go back into my overload state. Let's watch this Motorsport guy. He's a bit of our nemesis. He's on soft tires, so he can probably gap us. Let's get our curves on here. Yeah, I figured he's going to be fast. He's on hot tires. I'm going to try to block anybody else trying to pass us, like Racing Norway here. Don't want to overheat, though, either. Yeah, he's plenty fast, so we shouldn't have any issues coming from him. Our tires are up to temperature, it looks like. What strategy is Racing Norway on? Soft tires as well. 60% fuel. So it wouldn't be the end of the world to let these guys pass, because they're on a completely different strategy than we are. Not sure about some of these guys, though. Shutter Racing just completely had a really good move there. Passed several cars. Okay, we're moving back up into 4th because of pit stops. This guy who we were fighting with, got out ahead of us, so he's the real guy we're fighting for the lead here. So he's probably the de facto leader here, so assuming we can hold on to this, we're really in 2nd, I would say. If Racing Norway can get around him. We really have the Vril train behind us. Like I said, these guys also on soft tires. We're holding them off well, though. I think usually the strategy would be that they're going to pit on lap 8. Okay, we're going to come up on this guy. Could be a pass for the lead here. That is not good. Not good at all. Completely ruined that. Well, let's hold on to what we've got. We've dropped back to 12th, but a bunch of these guys are going to be pitting, so that's where we're at. Yes, overheating problems. I should have been on that better than I was, but we learn by doing, so we're okay. At least it wasn't my pit crew's fault, it was my fault. That doesn't make it any easier, though. Got this Arctic Hazard guy that's coming up strong on us as well. So we'll see. Yeah, we're going to have a few cars ducking into the pits. Quite a bit, I think. Probably everyone but that Statoil racing guy, the guy we were racing for the win there and failed on. Yes, he's the lead. We're into 2nd as I thought we would be, but without that mess up that I did with the overheating, then we would have really been close with him. Now we've got Arctic Hazard on our rear. Go for the block on him. He is on hard tires just like we are. A little bit more fuel than we have, but we're going to have plenty to make it to the end here. We're 9 seconds back. That's what we probably lost on that overload that we did, or the overheat from the overload. We'll see if we gain anything. It's too far ahead, though. Actually, we did gain about a second in that lap. I'm gonna use up all my curves I had left over. Final lap, see, we're doing 101s. Not sure what he's doing up there, but certainly we need to do a little bit better with our heat management. I've been talking about it. I will be saving up for a new compressor for this car, and then that should really help us with that. It's one thing to have this ECU, but the ECU really slows us down running it, so I don't really like to run it. If I can get another compressor, I'll probably put the ECU that gives us a little bit of extra power back on. 4 times exactly like this. Of course, that would use a little bit more fuel. Got a hard race with Arctic Hazard going on. We've maintained the gap with this guy, Statoil Racing, so we're not gaining on him at all. But yeah, we're coming up. Let's hold on to our second place finish here. There we go. So that's our best finish yet. So yeah, I really think that the hard tires are the way to go until maybe if you can upgrade the car a lot and you have a really fast car, you can, you know, hit off the hot laps, run the soft tires. Alright, so it does look like we're out of time for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you at the races.